Hey guys, it's me, like Abraham, and back with another video. And today we're gonna be making Oreo truffles. The reason it's mint Oreos is because they didn't have any normal Oreos at the store, like the normal ones. So we're using mint Oreos, and all you need is Oreos. I just took mint Oreos, cream cheese, a plate to where you're gonna put on later. This is your mixing bowl, fork to like scoop out the cream cheese and also mix it, and a Ziploc bag. I'm gonna go get that in a second. And also a rolling pin. And then actually I'll basically explain what you have to do. Okay, next shot. Okay, so let me just get the camera. So what you have to do next, you put your Oreos in the Ziploc bag and you're gonna like hit them. You're gonna like, mix them out, right? You're gonna basically crush them. You could make it to however, chunky or not chunky you want the crumbs to be. That's your choice. The more like grainy you get, like the more, smaller you get per piece, the less crunchy I think it's gonna be, right? I did this a few times. No, I did with normal Oreos, but it shouldn't really, shouldn't really change the process. So yeah, let's hit this. 3, 2. Okay, well, there you go. Oh shoot. Okay, don't do that. Got these Oreos mashed up. Tell me that transition was nice. I don't know if it was the best, but I think it was an okay transition. Something I will recommend, put this on top of some plastic bag, especially if you don't have that strong of a Ziploc, since see there's holes, since the pieces, they are like kind of spiky, especially when like, beaten up. I don't really know if this is like the most beat up that it could be. For normal Oreos, when you put it in the bowl and you start mixing it, the cream cheese will like make up for the flavor, but because this is a different flavor, I would recommend scraping out all the extra flavor bits. You could add something else to it, to any flavor of Oreo. You could add something else to the mix. If you crush up that something else and then you put it in there, in the mixing bowl, then I would say it will only change the flavor, won't really change the appearance too much, unless it's like a completely different color. If you want to like put it in so like you can actually like taste it and the truffle by itself like at the same time, like put it in when you're doing the last step or second to last step. I'll show you what that is when we get there, but first let's transfer this to the bowl. Let's go. Yeah, so you see like these clumps, you might think, oh, I didn't break them up. Usually these clumps could be like just the crumbs mixing together, but if not, they're probably like actual chunks. And honestly, like, if you want, before you put in the cream cheese, you could like mix this up. If you want easier access to get some of the cream out of the bag, then I would rip it, the Ziploc bag, unless it's like unrippable. Flip it inside out if you can. But yeah, like I'm just doing some final crushes since this is a bit more accurate. And let's put in our cream cheese. You could also wash your wash the rolling pin or whatever you're using to smash with, unless you have a really durable bag that 100% did not cut through. You could wash if you want. You don't have to. It's not necessary. I'm gonna like leave it hanging for a second. No, I'm just gonna put in the cream cheese. So you could put in how much cream cheese you want, right? You don't have to put in as much as I'm putting in. You could put in however many you want. It's not necessary, right? If you're making like a party, right? I would say, put as much cream cheese as you want, right? Depending on what your preference is and how much you think is gonna fit. I'll do like a fork or two, and then we'll see how much it is. Then we'll go on to the next steps. Yeah. So I honestly used a bit more than I thought I would. Hold on, there's a piece of chrome on my screen. Okay. So just put the cream cheese away when you're done with it. I want to start mixing it. Actually, put it away, but like put it in the fridge. But like be right next to the fridge just in case you think you need more. Which mix for a good 5 minutes, and then you should determine if you need more or not. Trust me, you'll see why. But for now, I'm gonna put that cream cheese away, and we'll start mixing. So I don't think I have like enough cream cheese. I probably do. Honestly, I'm gonna go put in some more, but to know if you're doing good, so you're gonna start to get clumps of Oreo cream cheese. You like this stuff, small clumps. That's what you want. You're gonna keep turning it. Yeah, then we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna get some more cream cheese, so just give me a sec. Okay, so I add more cream cheese. Hopefully it's gonna be enough. When you're doing this, you could watch YouTube, you know, do something in the background. Maybe you're cooking something and watching this video. Chance of that are low. But possible. Maybe you're eating something. Maybe this is like making your mouth water because you haven't eaten in a little while. Sorry to make you hungry then. But yeah, it is gonna take a little while, as you see. You know, now it's like, now that I put in a bit more cream cheese, Oreo clumps are actually getting, you know, taken up. I know this is gonna be good. I don't know for mint specifically, but if you have normal Oreos, it's definitely gonna be good. If you want to make a small amount, then like, you know, then just take a couple of cookies, take a much smaller mixing bowl. I honestly thought this mixing bowl was a bit too big because of the big area, you know, you have to like scoop it and, you know, kind of like go around and all that. But if you have a smaller, if you just want to make a couple of these truffle balls, then that's fine. Just take like not even a scoop of cream cheese. However much you think is gonna go for the, you know, mashed up Oreos. I would say 1 truffle ball per Oreo, or about maybe like 0.75 truffle balls per Oreo. I don't really know. I guess it depends on how much, you know, how big or small you want to make them, which we'll get onto later. And if you don't like cream cheese, and Oreos are vegan, or I think they are. Oreos are vegan, right? So that shouldn't be a problem. But for cream cheese, right? I don't know if there's any alternatives would work the same way. They probably will, especially if you get like a good company. But from what I know, not really. If you want to work cream cheese, I use it. You probably already saw, but I'm just using Philadelphia, which is not too expensive and it works kind of well. So yeah, I'll get onto mixing. I won't time lapse this part. It's kind of hard to time lapse and mix it around at the same time, because when one of your hands gets tired, you could always go to the next hand. Also, you kind of need to hold the bowl, and yeah, okay. When I'm done, I'll get back to you guys. So I kind of realized that I put a bit too much cream cheese, so I put in 3 more Oreos. I just crushed them in the bowl. I'm not gonna use another Ziploc bag. Just crush them in here. This kind of look better. If you have like a food processor to crush Oreos, I didn't even think of that. That would be much better, to be honest, than like manually crushing it. I wouldn't recommend the fork since you can't really get as small, right? Because the erosion between multiple cookies, like 10 in a small bag, would, you know, make it much more grainier than just a fork with a couple of cookies. So yeah, I'm gonna go mix. Yeah, we're done. I may not look this good, but yeah, I'm gonna go back to that area over there, and we will get on with what to do next. Okay, so for this part, either wash your hands with soap and water, or you know, get gloves, but not gloves that are too sticky or this is gonna stick, but just enough. This plate is kind of small. Yeah, so you're gonna just start forming this into a ball. It's hard to do with one hand. You'll feel the crunchiness if you made it crunchy. If you made it like, you put in a food processor for a little bit, then yeah, I would recommend using 2 hands to do this. You see it's getting kind of oily. It's because of the cream cheese and also because of the lighting. Once again, put as many Oreos as you want for however many people are going to be at your party. If you're making this for yourself over time, right? How long will you put this in the fridge for? Overnight. Can you dip this in chocolate? Yes. You don't. Sorry, just to go back. You don't have to put it in the fridge overnight. Put it for like a couple of hours. It's gonna harden quite fast since it is a freezer. But it will take a couple of hours. I'm gonna, like, when I'm done recording this shot, I'm gonna roll this into actual balls. If you want to cover it in chocolate, which I don't really have chocolate that's ready to be melted on hand currently, you would still freeze it, and then you're gonna dip it into chocolate. Hershey's like chocolate syrup won't work, by the way, because it's just not how it works. Should probably mix it a bit more, to be honest. It's hard to tell honestly with the lighting because like cream cheese is light, right? But yeah. That's basically it. I'm gonna make the balls smaller as well. Just it's hard to, you know, really do this with one hand. But yeah, it is gonna feel a bit weird. Okay, gotta get a good ball. And then after you're done dipping it in chocolate, put it back in the freezer for, I think chocolate takes a bit longer to harden in my opinion. So probably like, not in my opinion, right? It's a fact. I think. So probably like 3 hours again. So the chocolate part should be overnight, I would say. You can put whatever you want in here. If you want, you could like make like a little indent, put a marshmallow in there or something, or like a small caramel, and then like cover it up. Do however, like, you know, whatever recipe you want. Put whatever you want in there. Honestly, it could be like not vanilla, is it golden Oreos if you like those. It doesn't matter as long as you do something along these steps. So I'm gonna make them smaller. Once they like harden and freeze, I'll show you guys the final product, but it will take a little while. So yeah, see you guys later. Or like for you in a couple of seconds, for me, a couple of hours. So they're done. I know they don't look the best. No, I should have probably taken more time into mixing them up, but yeah, no, let's take a bite of it. I put them for like a bit less than 24 hours. I would say 21, 22 hours. So that's I'm wearing like different clothes. So yeah, let's take a bite of it. Very minty. It's a mint Oreos, right? Yeah, very good. That's it for the video. Bye. Bye. Peace.